Hello all, welcome to Tech Capture. Myself Vishal Bulbul, and in this video we are going to see about what is internal and what is external IP in GCP. So if you are new to GCP, you definitely would have this question like what is the difference between internal and external IP in GCP. So this concept is not only related to GCP, but it's a very in general concept in a networking. So even if you are using your laptop will have two different IP addresses. That is, one is an internal IP address and second is a external IP address. So your internal IP address will get assigned to your laptop whenever you connect it to your Wi-Fi, and external IP address will always be useful when you accessing the internet. So let me show you one simple example in our laptop. So I'll just open a PowerShell here. Okay, and here if I show you IP config or IP configuration of my laptop. Okay, so you could see one IPv4 address 192.168.1.3. So that is internal IP address of my laptop, so which is assigned by my internet provider or a router. Now what is external IP address? So for external IP address, your machine or your laptop won't know or won't share that information inside your configuration, so you have to check on the internet. So here you just simply type my external IP, and there are multiple sites available which will show your external IP address. So this is my external IP address, so I can verify it on couple of sites. So it should be ending 179.101. So let me check on another site. So let me check on this site. Okay, so it will show same everywhere. So you can check anywhere what is your external IP, and it will show you your public IP. So there are different websites which will help you to find your external IP, and all will show the same IP address. So that's is all about your like local laptop configuration. Now we'll come to GCP and we'll see more about internal and external IP. So just for demo, I'll create one simple virtual machine. Okay, I'll just give the demo name here. I'll scroll down and now I'll coming to networking. Now I'll choose a network. So if I keep default network, so it will get the subnetwork by default. So if I choosing the default network, it will change the IP address, internal IP address from this range 10.122.128.0 dot something. So it will take this from this range. Now let's see. I'm keeping the default network and my internal IP address will be 10.128.0 dot like something like 6723, whatever the last number will be. And here you could see two options. So suppose if you want to give any specific IP address from this range, you can give in a custom section. You can enter IP address from this range. Okay, but I'll just keep it as a formal. A formal means it will take a available IP from this range. Same for external, but you cannot put a custom here. You can reserve once it is allocated. Either you can put none. So having external IP is completely optional, but for using internet we'll need a external IP address. So we'll just choose a formal for now. A formal, again it will just assign a available IP from the range, and just I'll click on create. So now VM will get created with a two IP address. So as I said, the internal IP created from that range 10.128.0.15, and external is any available IP from the internet. Okay, so one more thing. So private or internal IP address has a three range defined. So these are the three ranges. So your internal IP address is always from this range, either from class A. So class A is 10.0.0.0 from and then till 10.255.255.255. So that is your class A. Class B starts from 172.16 and class C start from 192.168. So all your private IPs are within this range. Even if I go to my laptop, so it is having 192.168, which is a last one, class C. And currently my virtual private cloud having this subnet range and the internal IP could say 10.128.0. So that is a class A. Now I log into this virtual machine. Now I'll check IP address here, internal IP. So here you could see this is a internal IP address of my virtual machine. And if I want to access a internal, so just suppose I want to just ping google.com. I can get a response. Okay, or if I call, I'll immediately get a response. Now suppose I won't have a external IP address. So let me stop my virtual machine and I'll edit it. So let me stop. Let me go inside my virtual machine now. I'll just edit it. And here we had option to take external IP address as a none. So I'll go here, and for external IP I'll choose as a none. So I'm not having any external IP once I start my virtual machine. I'm saving it now, and let me start my VM. I'll just start it. Okay, VM is started now. Let me log in into the VM. Now let me do the same operation. So I'll try to ping google.com and it will not work now because we are not having external IP address. So ping won't work here. We'll wait for a couple of seconds and it won't work. So we'll close it. Okay, so now how your communication will happen inside your VPC and to the internet. So I'll just go to my board here and just take an example. So you have one a VPC. So this is your VPC, and inside your VPC you have created one virtual machine and you have created one more virtual machine. So these two virtual machine can communicate with each other using the internal IP address. But suppose if you have another virtual machine or another VPC and inside that you will have one VM, so these two cannot interact with each other with a internal IP address. So how that will interact? So that will first go to public internet. So just assume it will go to public internet, and from here it will interact to your this virtual machine, and to use internet you will need the external IP address. And suppose if you want your both of the virtual private cloud and their resources should communicate with each other, you will create a VPC peering. So that is the concept of VPC peering. Once you create VPC peering from both the end, then these two machines also interact with each other using a internal IP address. But only the resources in a same VPC can interact with each other using the internal IP addresses, and your internal IP addresses is not known or is not of any use outside your VPC network. So that's it for internal and external IP in a GCP. So if you have any questions or doubt, just let me know. I'll try to answer it in the comment section.